from nothing. The beginning of all things. Pure energy. Out of the great cosmos comes the elements of all things. The beginning of time. The beginning of all things. Or is it? Quite understandably, physicists don't like the unique, the singular in nature. Rather, they would prove over and over that singularity must dissolve into regularity, thus ordered within the structure of proven laws of physics. But the singularity of the beginning of all things is something fundamentally different. It evades all concepts and laws of physics. Only 1/100th of a second after the Big Bang, well-known laws of physics apply. Physicists are in some perplexity over the time zero and the cause of the mysterious primal explosion. How are they to explain the fact that the whole potential for hundreds of billions of galaxies was contained in a tiny unit of infinite density, temperature, and initial thrust? Only if the conditions of the beginning can be explained can they explain the special character of our universe. Did the billions of galaxies come into being from a tiny unit after the Big Bang? Isn't that kind of a scientific belief in a miracle? The cosmic miracle science explains as the Big Bang is actually completely unexplainable and beyond comprehension. Yet, all principles of physics as we know it starts here. The beginning of time and all things come from a single event of such magnitude and pure incredibility. Nothing in theology or metaphysics could begin to touch it. Could this be just exaggerated myth? Could we have it all wrong? Could the Big Bang be something much more than a single event or miracle in the cosmos that started it all? Let's reimagine it. Let's take a journey through the evolution of pop culture and take a look at how creative thought has shaped our society through the decades. From here, we can learn about ourselves and ask the questions where and why did it all begin and where will it end? Welcome to Popology. Pop is also the most seductive force the world has ever known. Pop has more and more devoted adherents than all the religions put together. Pop is more deeply loved, more trusted as a constant companion in our joys and sorrows.
The tremendous crowds which you see gathered outside the stock exchange are due to the greatest crash in the history of the New York Stock
Pop has overcome the romantic hang-up about the one unique creator. Pop knows that the most intimate, heartfelt results may be the outcome of a large-scale institutional collaboration.
When I contemplate this thing and the thought that my voice goes out in waves that I cannot see, that I cannot feel, but that can be picked up 5,000 miles from here and reproduced to listeners that I have never seen and will never see, I cannot but marvel that these are great and wonderful times that we live in. Who knows but what further additions
The big ambition is in ology, implication to understand ourselves and transform the world through good ideas, yet manifest. Popology is a socially immersive cultural language.
This is the G.I. Jive, man alive. It starts with the bugler blowing reveille over your bed when you arrive.
Popology applied to an innovative technology platform that allows users the ability to micro-license, remix, and gamify copyrighted content legally in what we call a POPcast.
June 14, 1951, Remington Rand introduces UNIVAC, the prototype large-scale business computer. Microtechnology revolutionizes science and industry. High-tech microcomputers are reaching into areas of everyday life.
Popology is media literacy and the center of your digital universe.
The man behind the motor truck, keep 'em rolling all across the USA.
Just this Wall Street song.
An entertaining web portal into mass media education.
United, there is little we cannot do. I have a dream. My poor little children.
Life is a big mystery, isn't it? It always has been.
Mrs. Bates.
She isn't quite herself today.
I think people are intrigued by mystery to find out about things they don't know anything about.
Pinpoint your popular
Well, there seemed to be a real opportunity to use titles in a new way.
by creating and sharing a unique podcast in the pop sphere. As a certified popologist, Popology is the 21st century approach to education.
When I was a child, ladies and gentlemen, I was a dreamer. I read comic books and I was the hero of the comic book. I saw movies and I was the hero in the movie.
Providing a platform to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and earn with popular messages in a variety of forms.
We were four guys. I met Paul and said, do you want to join my band? And then George joined, and then Ringo joined.
From print to video to the internet, Popology builds an understanding to the role of media in society, as well as essential skills of inquiry and self-expression necessary for citizens of a democracy.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
I'm Mark Goodman.
I'm Martha Quinn.
I'm J.J. Jackson.
I'm Alan Hunter. I'm Nina Blackwood.
On MTV Music Television, you'll never look at music the same way again.
Prince, Madonna, Billy Idol, it looked as if we'd all been created for, for MTV, but it was just purely back.
Father.
Wanna change my clothes, my hair, my face, and I ain't getting nowhere. I'm just living in a dump like this. There's something happening somewhere. Baby, I just... Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
Hallelujah. Mr. Gorbachev.
Obviously a major malfunction.
Tear down this wall.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Nacho, man.
Instead, he tried to make this a dispute between Iraq and the United States of America. Well, he failed.
shorty playing in the front yard of the crib. Fell down and I bumped my head. Somebody helped me up and asked me if I bumped my head. I said, yeah. So then they said, oh, so that means you gonna switch it on them. I said, yeah, flip mode. Flip mode is the greatest. So, come on, yeah, come on. Yeah, baby, what a surprise. Give you something, make it sucker close both of your eyes. All my people getting money capitalized. Die, little small guy, we on the rise. Everything I rubber touch platinumized. Full of your grip, you know we coming all on supplies. Got a big gun and I'ma show you the size. You mess with any of my flip mode family ties. You people had enough? Give me some more. You people want the wild hit? Give me some more. Yo, spliff with a G's at? Give me some more. You know we always need that. Give me some more. Even though we getting money, you can give me some more. Put the cars in the big crib. Give me some more. Everybody spread love. Give me some more. If you wanna let me hear you say, give me some more.
Like that, like this, and it's like that, like this, and like that, and east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G.
You don't love me, you just love my doggy style.
You're the hope that moves me to courage again. Oh yeah. You're the love that rescues me when the cold winter rage. And it's so amazing, 'cause that's just how you are. And I can't turn back now, 'cause you brought me too far. Need you like water, like breath, like rain. I need you like mercy from heaven's gate. There's a freedom in your arms that carries me through. I need you. If I fall back down, you're gonna help me back up again.
Neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it.
Years ago, a battle was fought and an empire was destroyed. Now, the saga will continue.
You were expecting someone else?
If you see only one movie this summer, see Star Wars. But if you see two movies, see Austin Powers.
That's right, Mr. Bigglesworth. We're back.
Oh, behave.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Hello, help me with the chair, please. All I wanted was a frickin' rotating chair.
Throw me a bone here, people. 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
America, in the face of our common dangers.
3, 2, 1, 0.
That's right. This amazing little device holds 1,000 songs, and it goes right in my pocket.
I feel like going down, down.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I've loaded up a good thing to see the way she feels, faster than a social home run. She's gonna get a little higher. Look at her now. She wants to take the wheel. She says, you dirty dog, you wanna rock the pop and take it home. Why am I gonna play so many times? It goes this way. My heart gets blown away. These eyes are born again. Do you remember how we were? Do you remember summer days? Sometimes I feel like going down, down. Walk like a loaded man. Get the bump to the bump, the bump, the bump soul. Move like a thing, swing like a thong. Do your jiggy mama till the break of dawn. And let her rock it and shock it and rock it till you drop to the bump and don't stop. Walk like a loaded man. Get the bump to the bump, the bump, the bump soul. Move like a thing, swing like a thong. Do your jiggy mama till the break of dawn. And let her rock it and shock it and rock it till you drop to the bump and don't stop. Summer days, sometimes I feel like going down. Walk like a loaded man. Get the bump to the bump, the bump, the bump soul. Move like a thing, swing like a thong. Do your jiggy mama till the break of dawn. Let her rock it and shock it and rock it till you drop to the bump and don't stop. Rock it, rock it, rock it, don't stop.
This is absolutely insane. We are inside totality.
When you see me, you know everything. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Calling all creators.
Those with the need
to make something new, who are obsessed with progress.
Creativity is everything in today's game.
It's about making a statement.
I think what we're all trying to do is leave a mark so the game will never be the same.
The game will
never be the same.
We're all creators, related by a mindset.
That's our job, to continue to try to enlighten while we inspire.
I've been taking example of it, but now I have to create for myself.
It's not about borders,
gender,
or race. I ain't trying to stay in my lane. I'm trying to strike while the iron hot.
It's all intertwined. Fashion inspires music.
Art, design, and sport together.
Come on, Hopkins. You know you listening to Pusha T before you hit the field. And Aaron Rodgers, maybe you should.
Join us.
Join us.
Pull up a chair.
Let's change sport.
Change lives.
Let's create.
Let's create.
I'm here with Joe Ray, director and production designer. He invented a new word for the science of popular culture. Joe Ray, how are you?
Good, Evan. What's up, brother?
How did this all happen, Popology?
It happened in a dream.
Popology happened in a dream?
Yeah, that got me thinking into what is the science of popular culture. That's how I stumbled on the word due to my past experience of shaping popular culture since 1989, building spaceships for Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls and Austin Powers too. I take popular culture quite serious.
Wow.
Popology came to me. Pop is ultimately a metaphor for what makes us happy. It's the coagulator of agreement. It's a parallel, they're direct. It's the science of happy in my book, among the masses of people. So this dream was so real. To me, popular culture is the final frontier of human connection.
Most people think that pop culture is like bubblegum, or why is it important?
We can express many concepts through popular culture and identifying with what we see. We can actually make statements about ourselves.
Give me an example of something that's come out of pop, like a world-changing thing that's come out of it.
The computer is what revolutionized our ability to access and interact with popular culture.
Interesting, makes sense.
So as soon as I discovered Popology, I bought the URLs, popology.org. Since 2001, you can look it up. Sort of enterprise being education. Now it's developing as an app where we can all sort of deploy micro broadcasts of our personal identities and visions and curate and create our own content, put it in one micro broadcast, and ultimately build an audience. We create each one of us our own micro broadcast of what our life and views are. We don't need the government to do that for us. Popology is your study in science of popular culture, deployed as a popologist, which I think we're all popologists.
Popologist, I like that word.
Yeah.
Is
that's another trademark. Yeah, making up words too. If I can show that we can actually make a living inventing words and creating a language that people connect with, that's a great future.
So what's the direction of popology?
I like to say media literacy. It sounds a little, not so exciting. It's a foundedness in connecting with science, a form of sociology centered on the influence of popular culture, a doorway into mass media education with the objective of aiding the population towards paths of self-discovery, coinciding with a marketable medium, subsequently inspiring them into mastering their identity.
So do you think somebody like Madonna or somebody else major in pop culture would be an asset for popology?
Yes, and all of them. We really need to source our living legends a lot more to bring together what we want to see in the world. Right. And she is doing it. I'd love to take directions from her.
Right on, man. Well, thank you so much for your time, man. It sounds incredible. I can't wait for the world to hear that word.
Let's let this last word be the beginning of a lot of new ones. Popology. Bang! All right, bro.
All right.
All right.
Reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center. The CNN Center right now is just beginning to work on.
Never forget how to dream, butterfly.
So I don't know exactly popology.
Pop genre of music, and popology is just like a way of life.
It's for my brothers, it's for my sisters, it's for the journey, for the season, it's for the learning, it's for the growing.
Damn right, I am a popologist.
Popology is the study and science of popular culture.
Okay, for me, logy is like a science.
Sounds good to my ear.
And popology, the science of the pop art or pop culture, something like that.
You're looking at it right now. That's popology.
We're popology. Oh, hey.
Popology is maybe the science of my life.
Popology. Popology. Popology.
Popology.
My own popology is my science, myself, my own medium.
Nice.
Popology means something special for the people.
Popology.
Anybody want to find a resolution for a better summer too? Yeah, right, so.
You want me to rap or something like that?
It's for the fighting.
My name is Anthony Eve Kemp. I believe we start with this. Small victories. Waking up facing the world as it is. We can call it paintings, we can call it music, we can call it making a family. It really isn't about the reward. It's creating a great masterpiece called life. My purpose, yes, is to be me. 100%, flaws and all.
I love this life. Long live the artist.
Nice.
Burning Man, where's the fire? Magical beings, look around. For we are the sages, the seers, the geniuses, gypsies, and dropouts who escaped the psychosis of the collective mind in our search for truth and freedom. We're to take individual self-expression as far as we possibly can and dream into reality a much better world. We return to community. We honor tribalism. We bring forth the fire. Abuelo Fuego, illuminating our path to a new beginning. Why not? I am you, and you am I, and we are us. Everything we need to know in this world, we learned in kindergarten. Sharing, nap time, loving, coloring, playtime. We work hard, we play hard, we play hard, we work hard. Shwacha. Popology.
Jasper has something to say to you.
What? What, Jasper? Not so many hugs.
Jasper, what do you want to tell July?
Why?
Okay, why do you want to give her a hug?
Don't hug me so much.
Alright, relax.
Jasper, don't hug me so much.
Alright, July, she just wants to say basically she's sorry for drawing on your paper. That's Jasper, can you say you're sorry? Look at July and tell her you're sorry.
Why?
Because actually you hurt her feelings. Sorry?
Okay, she gonna be the mama, you gonna be the baby, I'm gonna be the daddy, and you gotta be the dog. I don't wanna be the dog. You got to, because you got to.
Can you guys help me pick a filter? I don't know if I should go with XX Pro or Valencia. I want to look tan. What
What should my caption be? I want it to be clever. How about living with my ladies, #live. I only got 10 likes in the last 5 minutes. Do you think I should take it down? Let me take another selfie.
Yo, Kanye, right? Oh yeah, man, what's up? Do you know how to spell book by chance? Like book. Oh yeah, I got you. Alright, you ready? You start with the B, right? And then you go.
Okay.
Man, that's how you spell book, you know what I'm saying?
Popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper poise when you talk to boys. Little ways to flirt and glance. Ooh, I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair.
It's nice to see people come together and just enjoy dance for a really fun opportunity to wish Madonna happy birthday. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, it's been a good, fun experience, something different for us as well.
Definitely.
Everyone's having a good time though.
Of course we're fans of Madonna, so we just enjoy her music and love seeing all these young people, you know, learn her dance steps.
Here we are in the aftermath. Yeah, successful, very brilliant, brilliantly planned out. We had a lot of great participation, beautiful weather, beautiful people. And it kind of worked out just the way we planned.
Well, the thing about popular culture is it's ever changing, and in many aspects it's fake, right? It's made up all the time, and it's made up by, fashion's made up by one person. Society decides on something else. So it's, in essence, a lot of it's actually just made up and not real, very temporal. But what's always real is authenticity. So if you're being true to yourself, expressing yourself authentically, that's real, it's timeless. People connect to that, people get that, people will follow that, and hopefully be inspired to be true to themselves. That's always popular.
Everybody appeared out of nowhere and then disappeared out of nowhere, and in between there was a dance. It was amazing, it really was.
I'm shooting with the Red Epic camera today.
And also you were the assistant for the red camera, right?
Yes, I was the assistant cameraman for Kevin, and he was in control of the red camera.
When I turned around, we were done. There was a lot of attention.
When you say popology, everybody's like, what's the plan? What is it about?
6, 7, 8. Left, 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 right.
It's about pop culture. So even today when we did our rehearsals, you know, everyone was like, what's going to be the big deal? What's going to be the big kickoff?
It was an amazing opportunity, and that's really all I knew about. I knew that there was going to be a flash mob, and that was really all until I met Joe, and then I was filled in about the connection to Madonna and what was really going on here. And once I saw the rehearsals, then I really seen what was going to happen and how it all came together. And really, it went off without a hitch.
Plus, celebrate Madonna's birthday.
We've got lots of great wardrobe and lots of great action and amazing dancers.
Well, we've been having a great time. We've had 2 short days of rehearsal. But we've had great people turn up, and they're really eager and working very hard, so we're pleased.
The highlight of the event was probably watching everyone's reaction to the flash mob that was around viewing them in Central Park.
Holiday. Hey, hey, let's celebrate.
And what was your role today?
My role was to assist Joe, make sure that he was handed a camera and given the Bible. I was the altar boy.
It wasn't just a Bible, right?
No, it was the Pop Bible.
Joe's outfit was pretty wild. It looked sort of a cross between a cowboy, a pirate, something else.
So on 3, we are popologists. Ready? And 1, 2, 3.
We are popologists!
My role was an on-location video production assistant, helping Doug Branson with the cameras, shooting B-roll.
Jazz dancers. I think our youngest one is 9.
Okay.
The little Chloe.
And our oldest one's probably in her 40s.
Yeah.
So
it's a cross-section of people, different ethnicities, different backgrounds.
We're the pop family.
We're the pop family.
Cool,
And
cool.
Madonna's a queen.
Hell yeah. We're giving her a promo. We're giving Madonna a promotion.
Promo.
It will work.
Causing a promotion, we're giving you a promotion. We got the word, baby.
It was fun. It was fun. The entire day was fun, right down to working with all the people. Glad to be included in this Popology experiment. Because you know what? Popology, it's science.
It is wacky.
Well, of course it's a wacky idea, but that's what makes him brilliant. You know, Joe is not afraid to take chances, you know, and we've known each other for quite a while, you know, so I'm happy to see that he's gotten the concept and the idea this far.
All across the world, in every nation.
And that we're able to do this.
I think that Madonna would be really thrilled to see this because it's just another assurance that she still has a fan base and that she's still a huge part of popular culture today.
Come on, girls. Do you believe in love?
It's very detail-oriented, very thought out, you know, so we're looking forward to a really, really positive outcome.
Excuse me. I've seen the world, been to many places. Made lots of friends, men in different races. I've had such fun around the world, it's true. African skies with a Nairobi moon. Whoa, I fell asleep into disbelief and dreamed.
Hey guys, here with Joe Ray, promoting our Popology, Michael Jackson style. Woo! I love you. And don't forget to come see Popology.
Well, like actually creating something big. Something big that's beyond you. You have to get your personal story out of the way. You have
To tell the story, you have to get your personal story. To tell this story, I need to take my story out of the picture until it's called
be a channel and be a calm channel. You're a turnstile. You're a portal. You're like how finance from over here is going to come into here with this vision and like possibilities and programming and entertainment. You know, it's a big thing, and you don't have to anything to prove to or over explain to anyone right now. So
I like your terminology.
Democratization of media is what Popology is.
Self-expression. What up? Cool. Copy.
Happy birthday, Madonna.
Happy birthday, Madonna. Happy birthday, Madonna.
Love you, you're awesome. If I could run my tongue all over you, I would do it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Pop.
You can wash it off. Okay. The Bible, which is written in many languages, has a tree of life. What is that tree? It's the coconut for I and I, for me, because the coconut provides everything. And you know what? In the chapter of Spoon Meat 4, verse 8, it says, "Do unto others, and the tree shall do unto you." So if you take care of the tree will satisfy all your needs. You gotta love it. Build a house with it. Got a coconut, you can drink it, and you can make art with it, and you can wear it as a hat. I mean, it's really unlimited. I mean, come on. And you can eat out of it. A bowl, spaghetti, right? A lot of things you can do with the coconut. It's unlimited. Unless you don't have a mind. So, I figured it out.
Yeah, you got a lot figured out, Zen.
That's why I'm here. Just I gotta get away from other people. They wouldn't even allow me out there. They're like, send them back to the jungle, Tarzan. We can't deal with it.
You know what I'm gonna say, bro? They didn't send you, you sent yourself.
I sent myself.
Okay? You know, because you're better than all that in a lot of ways.
Finding my own religion, actually. You talk about something very important to you. Well, this is very important to me because generations and generations of people can live off the coconut, and why isn't it grown everywhere? It's like I knew I would.
I missed that.
I feel good. Ow! Just like I knew I would, baby. Come on.
Pouncy house. We pounce and then we bounce.
Mom, did you say flush on number 1 or 2?
Ollie, I explained this before. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Mom, I'm going for a hike. I'm gonna talk to the trees. At least they don't talk back.
We pounce and then we bounce. I wanted to do a quick little video on today. I was at the beach and I just noticed there's a huge difference. God, it looks like I got so much hair. And I do. This is all my hair, by the way. It's crazy. Look at this. It looks like I have like a lion's mane. Anyway, I was at the beach today with my girlfriend, and literally she's blistered her face because I told her that the sun is volatile. It takes no prisoners. It's pretty scary. And the idea is that we are suffering from climate change. I know there's some people out there that want to believe that this is all political. The bottom line is that we are catapulting climate change. And how we're doing that is based on our living conditions. Now, this isn't about pointing fingers or making you feel bad or anything like that. It's a process. We have to all be conscious, and it's a process of walking through life and saying, you know, do I really need that new rug? Do I really need that new sofa? You know, you kind of use things until they're until you can't use them anymore. There's a lot of people, they're just not considerate towards the planet. They just keep buying new things and disposing of things, and then that's in a landfill. And, you know, I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you look at all the humans across the planet and all the trash and all the production of food and food waste, and they say, oh, recycling, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into landfills full of dyes and chemicals and all this other stuff. We need to stop looking at it in that frame of mind. It's like we're all human beings. We pretty much have similar makeup. I wouldn't say we are all created equal. That doesn't have anything to do with religion or skin color, so don't get all defensive. This has to do with how you walk through life, and if you are a person of God and you really go to church every Sunday and you're like, you know, praying to God and thanking Jesus for being present in your life, and, you know, you're very accepting to the angels that are around us, then you really should be a warrior on this planet about the earth, because God created it. And he didn't just create it for humans, he created it for all the species that are on it. And every day, human beings are destroying the planet. Plastic, that's why you see whales coming up on the water with
toys in their stomach and all different types of plastic, and it's like everyone's gone mad, and everyone wants to shut down and say, oh, I don't have anything to do with it. You do, because if you go out and buy bottled water, you're playing a small part in the big picture. No need to. If you were going to Survivor Island, or if you were going somewhere right now, I guarantee you'd say, oh, gotta go grab myself my water bottle and fill it up. So, you know, it's about being aware and thinking ahead and saying, maybe I need to go buy a canister and fill it up with water, put it in my fridge, and then just carry it out the door. Now, on occasion, you might forget. And if you forget, then I guess you need to go out and buy something. You know, every now and then, that's different. But it's about the overproduction of these types of products that is causing, and it's like no one's paying attention because they're only looking at their life. Or maybe you want to watch my videos and say, hey, this makes sense. So anyway, on that note, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the weather, and try not to be in the sun too long, because my girlfriend today got pretty burnt. And I told her that you are like a sitting hot dog. Anyway. So have a good rest of your day and a good weekend. Bye-bye. Pouncy House. We pounce and then we bounce.
Hey, Ollie, what you doing?
I'm watching Pouncy on Pouncy House.
Oh, I like Pouncy. Can you subscribe?
Yes, Mom.
We pounce and then we bounce.
I might like the result then of this scene. I'm telling you a poem called Psychedelicatessen. Here it goes. No gypsies, no mads, nor a pot of bubbling beans. Not a psychedelicatessen, and no plate of colored greens. No mud huts, no magic hats. Not a single holy cow. No dogmas, nor stray cats about this place just now. No juju, no gree-gree, no ritualistic dance. Not a shaman, nor a witch's potion would give us half a chance. No lullabies and no alibis. No good drugs to be found. No promises, nor forever afters. There's no way they'd come around. No free rides, no scapegoats, no virgins to sacrifice. Absolutely none of the above, although it would be nice. No poetry and no poverty. You also find no hunger here. No worship, nor warships. No, not a thing to fear.
So Bernie, what does popology mean to you?
Popology in reality is universal law, manifesting itself in each and every one of us. We all are creative forces.
So Bernie, how did you meet Joe Ray?
I met Joe Ray in London back in 2001. I was in London, checking out some of my favorite drum and bass artists, Ray Keats, Goldie, and Brian G. Went back to DC, he went back to LA, we kept in touch, and there he was. And we took the whole concept that was started in London and started talking about it even more and chopping it up. And to me, this is where the concept and my journey into popology all started.
Could you introduce yourself?
Yep, my name is Nicholas Cruiser. No, Mickey Cruiser. No, Nicholas Kruger. Oh yeah, you want that off.
Would you like music on or off? Your call. Go ahead, what were you saying?
Like it's a medicine mic. It's an antidote for what ails our modern society. So it'd be a soul retrieval ascension pad where you can come there and you can re-inhabit yourself. Hold that innocence that gives the allowance for spontaneous healing. It's part of a whole year process of studying with the Chinese master, Chinese Chi master, and we would just do a lot of really weird, interesting rituals and stuff to bring in fifth dimensional Atlantean practices, and they were these forgotten arts that he was channeling. So I joined this group for a whole year. So part of using celestial language at the beginning of the groups, I use celestial language with song, with call and response, and introducing each other. Been like a major study the last couple of years especially, and it comes from making movies with friends, because it's all about what is the optimal way to have somebody feel like, you know what, I'm gonna do my best right now. You just have all those pieces and parts because it's dissolving all of my fear or insecurity of why I couldn't, and I'm so meticulous that if I take care of all those things, somebody can just walk into and be like, are you kidding me? This is how it feels in the room? This is how it feels.
What does popology sound like it could mean to you?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
It's your word. I was
No,
like,
not-
don't you want to define it yourself, brother?
Now it's your word. No, I
no, my word.
Well, that's the experiment.
I got a lot of words.
That's the
Yeah.
experiment, right? Like the science of popular becomes only whole by all the individual pieces that can contribute.
I mean, what's popular is always ever-changing, and that's the thing about it. It's an organic thing that never stays the same, just like culture.
Yeah.
Culture is an organic thing, so you can't ever say there's ever been a culture, because it's always adapting. So there's never a time, and what's popular is the same thing. It's always adapting. The person down the line is finding out about it years after it was actually popular, but to them it's the popular thing because that's what they're seeing then. That might keep things like that in circulation much longer than their actual height of being popular.
In order to gauge what is popular,
yeah,
and make it popular tomorrow, we need to know the mechanisms of what has been and what is currently popular.
Yeah, I've been in a couple pop movements, so I know. I mean, I was one of the pioneers of the raw food movement in the 1990s, so I understand a lot about what's popular because that was nothing. There was nobody. It had died in the 70s. And I went and studied with all the masters of the 70s, with Victoris Kulvinskis, with Ann Wigmore, with Bernard Jensen, with all those people, and brought all their work back together and started bringing it out to the people, started teaching about raw foods all over the place. It was called Raw Food Movement. We called it the Raw Food Movement at the time, yeah. And we opened up, you know, she was all into living foods, Ann Wigmore. And my thing that I was calling it was loving foods because I was all about putting intention into what we're doing. I was about from the tree right to me, direct from nature right to the people. And so I was really trying to bridge that gap and get people to understand that consciousness goes into the things we're doing. That like with food, that it's not grandma's recipe, it's not the chicken, and it's not the chicken soup that's actually healing you. It's grandma's love that's in there. And the romantic dinner is no different than the dinner you made the night before, except you put your love and your heart into it.
You ain't right,
So-
you're correct.
Yes, good thanks. So that's, you know, what loving foods was all about for me. But the raw food movement was a broader term for what we were doing because all of us, whether it was living foods or whether it was, you know, the extreme raw foodists or even the breatharians and fruitarians or me with my loving foods thing, we all came under the umbrella of raw food.
Right.
I don't know why sunshine in the morning time, shining my light through the tunnel ahead. I don't know why I can't fly like a bird. I want some wings. This is my world. Cry, somebody hear me. Oh. Everybody got a voice, nobody wanna hear. So I'm speaking it for them. Gotta open up your ears. All the shooters in the streets, who the hell you think gon' win? These devils steady laughing till you locked up in a pen. How the hell we got more jails than we even got schools? They even think we fools. Make me wanna cut my dues. That's why I stay in the press, why I stay in the news. Okay from a G, then the hood know it's cool. I don't know why the sunshine in the morning time, shining my light through the tunnel ahead. I don't know why I can't fly like a bird. I want some wings. This is my world. Cry, somebody hear me. Whoa. Locked up, got a felony. Now who the hell gon' hire me? This government ain't for nobody. I think it's a conspiracy for the people try to make the ends meet. For that hustler out there up in the street. For that Wall Street brother, single mother, I still love you, you're my sisters and brothers. Let's take a stand together, apart we are we. I got a plan for us, that's why I can't get sleep. We can move mountains, face size of us to see. If we can strategize, then we can all achieve. This is my world cry. Somebody hear me. Whoa. This is my world cry. I don't know why I can't fly like the bird I want away. This is my world cry.
I was living on the Big Island about 20 years ago, and this guy really knew nuts. I mean, like, he could look at a nut and go, that one's bad, or that one's good. And he taught me that the old nuts, these old nuts, are the best for you. Now, here's the equation. This nut is almost a year old, give or take. When it develops this hard rind, this white, this is the meat of high intense oils, hydrogens like within butter, within any type of oil. These things are, well, cream goes to the top. When we eat fats, the wrong fats, when we eat meats and dairies, the fat goes to our brain and clogs us up. And we're not eating the right fats. Now when you start eating the right fats, okay, your brain will start to turn on. What do you mean turn on? You should feel so blissful and happy inside that you don't even looking for anybody to to love or to sex or play with, because you're the inner experience of. And when you can feel the inner awe, this is like, I don't know, crazy coconut wisdom, that the inner awe is an experience of blissful fun, enjoyment in the pleasure of your own sexing yourself.
Oh, yeah,
There was another really cool teacher that said, and it made a lot of sense, enlightenment is like fucking yourself. Enlightenment is like taking the opportunity to just be so in love with yourself that the self merges with the self, and then there is no self because it's so huge. And if we can get there, if we can really get there, we'd be like space aliens. We'd be like, you know what I mean, G?
So it's like sexing yourself. I don't know about fucking yourself. That people run. Yeah.
Well, there is some excitement when the bloodstream is actually pumping in a way that you make with your mind happen, with your heart pumping yourself. Meaning, the yogi I studied yesterday, Swami Rama, you got to hear this one. He could stop in clinical 1950s. He could stop his heart. He could make it go. He could stop it for 17 seconds. He could make his heart beat 300 beats per minute with his mind and drop it back down to regular beating at like 40 something beats per minute. Wow. So life is stretched by how you breathe, how you listen for your body to breathe so it knows itself. Now this is where I think that we consequently we were unaware of the ripened breath, we were unaware of that the body actually has its own timing and rhythm. And when my body breathes, it's like a whole body breath. It's like an opening mentally, because most of us breathe and it's mental. Is that when the body is resting so deep that there's no breath in at all, and you just wait for the breath. You wait for the death in the breath, meaning the body will eventually go in an aspiration of expiration to inspire. Inspiration is you're breathing in, you're inspiring yourself, you're bringing the spirit back in to the flesh. So that's, in a nutshell, what yoga is all about. Yoga is about really refining the body, the material body, with the energy body, and that's the feeling body. And that's the feeling body that has to be in touch with yourself. And as long as we're eating dairy or the wrong oils and the fried oils and anything that is cooked or overcooked, it becomes toxins. This becomes the most valuable healer on the planet for changing your body and detoxing at the highest rate. So, me as a practicing coconut yogi, because I learned how that I can find a coconut and just turn it into, well, art. Also what the meat is inside and the flavors, that I've become a coconut yogi for life now, because the tree of life, tell me the tree of life, my friends. Does anybody understand what the tree of life is?
Hold the roll. This guy knows. He's listening, bro.
And the tree of life? Well, the coconut feeds me, it can house me, I can use it for wood. You can see all the artworks. Now see, look at this. This is what a coconut looks like. You gotta know this, by the way. This one hole, this is where that sprout is coming out. All these sprouts that are living, these are living coconuts. They're about 1.5 years, almost 2 years old. And each coconut's alive. I mean, is that the craziest thing? If I was a squirrel, don't you think I would like have a heart attack, man? Like, whoa, look at the size of those nuts, man. If they fell on me, oh man, you could live your entire lifetime in a coconut tree if you were a chipmunk. I mean, those coconuts are big ass and badass. So I feel, because it's weird, because I'll be driving down the road and I'll just look at the coconut trees like they're actually turning me on, like the breasts of life. So the coconut water, I'm going to tell you, folks, is so important that the coconut water that you get is not in a box. It really came from the nature of Earth. Like all these pieces here are just, these are coconut empties, okay? This is the husk that you get in the store and stuff. Even when you get in the store, it doesn't have the same quality. So what I learned about the tree of life is that man went to war and ownership and destroying the planet when he got too far away from things that were free.
Nice. That's very good philosophy. I like that.
That to me is the deepest wisdom that I could have shared with you in the last few minutes. Is that one piece of information. Because if you think about it, if you were in your neighborhood and you had everything there, would you ever need a car? Would you ever need a plane ticket? If you're happy with where you are, that's why I think that people are not happy with where they are anymore. They just keep traveling and traveling and around and looking. Well, my teacher said, until you sit in one place long enough to where you transform it into a relationship where you never want to leave, you want to bury your motherfucking ass there, that would be this place. Coco Zen Bar. That would be where my living room, my art is a relationship of my joy that, hey, look at that. That's a parrot. And that looks like a parrot.
Baseball legend, an influential Supreme Court justice, and the king of rock and roll. They are among the group of 7 people honored at the White House yesterday as recipients of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. More than 40 years after his death, Elvis Presley was honored for his decades-long career as a singer and actor. In bestowing the award, President Trump cited the King's military service.
Deeply patriotic, Elvis served in the United States military at the height of his fame. He had a choice, and to him it wasn't a choice.
Elvis was one of 3 posthumous recipients of the Medal of Freedom, joined by baseball legend Babe Ruth, who died 70 years ago.
This award should have been given to him a long time ago. I said, you mean Babe Ruth hasn't gotten it? We took care of that real fast.
And late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. His wife and 9 children were in attendance.
Anne, Jean, John, Catherine, Mary Claire, Paul, Matthew, Christopher, and Meg. You were very busy. Wow. Wow. I always knew I liked him.
The president bestowed the honor on 2 of his political allies as well. Utah Senator Orrin Hatch retiring this year after more than 40 years in the Senate.
He liked me right from the beginning, and therefore I like him.
And Dr. Miriam Adelson, the wife of Republican megadonor Sheldon Adelson. She was cited for her work with drug addiction and recovery.
Through decades of innovative research, philanthropy, and treatment, Miriam has helped thousands break free from their addiction to drugs and to alcohol.
And there were 2 Pro Football Hall of Famers. After retiring from the NFL, Alan Page worked his way up to a seat on Minnesota's Supreme Court. An ex-Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Roger Staubach, was noted for delaying his football career to serve in the Navy.
That's an impressive class. I have to say, I was stunned that Elvis Presley had not gotten...
Never. Or Babe Ruth.
Or Babe Ruth. You know, it's
How about that?
How did they get overlooked?
What I've actually realized is that I'm not okay. And I'm not okay with what's happening on the planet either. I'm not okay that most families are living in survival. That most people are scraping by trying to pay their rent, trying to pay their house off, trying to get food on the table and trying to spend just enough time with their family. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with people that don't have a home, with the amount of homelessness that's going on. I don't know if people realise, but over 1 billion people are homeless, and living on 3 billion people have less than $2.50 per day. Half of the world's entire population living on less than $2.50 per day. Now that's all alright as long as it's not happening to me. Well, guess what? It's going to. And it's going to if we continue living life pretending things are okay. Because I tell you what, I'm not okay. I am not okay. And anyone that says that they're okay and they have the answers and they have the solution and it's bullshitting you. They have no idea how to fix the planet. None!
We interrupt this program. This is an international emergency message. Please stand by for instructions. Nuclear devices have detonated in the following cities: New York, Paris, London, and Los Angeles.
In order to ensure your safety, you must avoid the blast, avoid the heat, and...
Aloha, Madonna. I am auditioning as your new linguistics coach. I can apply your rebel heart
Maybe it was all too much
to a popologically infinite activation, accessing your pleasure centers.
Sooner or later,
as your first popologist.
You're all that I can trust, facing the darkest days. Everyone ran away.
I'm angry.
We're gonna stay here.
Yes.
We're gonna stay
I am
here.
outraged. Yes. I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
I'll never leave your side.
But I know that this won't change anything.
Replace your butts with and, or yet, the listener will hear content they won't vet. you accepting my popology, I become Pop Messiah.
We cannot fall into despair.
This world is turned to dust. All we've got left is love. Might as well start with us, singing a new song, something to build on. I know you're scared tonight. I'll never leave your side. When it all falls down, I'll be your fire when the lights go out. When there's no one else around, we'll be two souls in a ghost town. When the world gets cold, I'll be your cover. Let's just hold on to each other. When it all falls down, we'll be two souls in a ghost town.
Unless you are singing, consider replacing believe with know. For topics that you cover, you are entitled to be the gold standard in your expression. Popologize freely and express your rebel heart to achieve global inner peace. Again, I can help you say this better. I adore your skills and outspoken vitality.
I know we're alright, 'cause we'll never be alone in this mad world. Even with no light, we're gonna shine like gold in this mad
It's all good, bro.
in this mad world.
I feel worthy to assist you. I can apply your rebel heart to a popologically infinite activation, accessing your pleasure centers.
When it all falls down, I'll be your fire when the lights go out. When there's no one else around, we'll be two souls in a ghost town. When it all falls down, I'll be your fire when the lights go out. When there's no one else around, we'll be two souls in a ghost town. When the world gets cold, I'll be your cover. Let's just hold on to each other. When it all falls down, we'll be two souls in a ghost town. When it all falls down, we'll be two souls in a ghost town.
You need a new word to vocalize our kingdom's potential. Science has a job for you, Madonna.
Popology is an audible enabler to affect motion, discipline, clarity, and heightened direction in conversation or speech. Popology is an inquiry in you. Always has and always will.
Hi and welcome to another KH video. Technology moves at breakneck speeds and we now have more power in our pockets than we had in our homes in the 90s. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has been a fascinating concept of science fiction for decades, but many researchers think we're finally getting close to making AI a reality. Here are 4 ways AI might affect us in the future. 1. Automated transportation. We're already seeing the beginnings of self-driving cars, though the vehicles are currently required to have a driver present at the wheel for safety. Despite these exciting developments, the technology isn't perfect yet, and it'll take a while for public acceptance to bring automated cars into widespread use. Google began testing a self-driving car in 2012, and since then, the US Department of Transportation has released definitions of different levels of automation, with Google's car classified as the first level down from full automation. One self-drive platform that has really taken off is that one used by Tesla. Other transportation methods are closer to full automation, such as buses and trains. Number 2, cyborg technology. One of the main limitations of being human is simply our own bodies and brains. In the future, we will be able to augment ourselves with computers and enhance many of our own natural abilities. Though many of these possible cyborg enhancements would be added for convenience, others might serve a more practical purpose. AI will become useful for people with amputated limbs, as the brain will be able to communicate with robotic limbs to give the patient more control. This kind of cyborg technology would significantly reduce the limitations that amputees deal with on a daily basis. Number 3, taking over dangerous jobs. Robots are already taking over some of the most hazardous jobs available, including bomb defusing, yet these robots aren't quite robots yet. They are technically drones being used as a physical counterpart for defusing bombs, but requiring a human to control them, rather than using AI. Whatever their classification, they have saved thousands of lives by taking over some of the most dangerous jobs in the world. As technology improves, we will likely see more AI integration to help these machines function. Other jobs also being reconsidered for robot integration is welding. Welding, known for producing toxic substances, intense heat, and ear-splitting noise, can now be outsourced to robots in most cases. Number 4, solving climate change. Solving climate change might seem like a tall order from a robot, yet machines have more access to data than one person ever could, storing a mind-boggling number of statistics. Using big data, AI could one day identify trends and use that information to come up with solutions to the world's biggest problems. Although we don't know the exact future, it is quite evident that interacting with AI will soon become an everyday activity.
First question. What does popular mean to you? The sovereign uniqueness in all of us. What is popology? Media literacy and self-expression worldwide.
What is media literacy?
Personal intelligence infused with machine learning. That's media literacy.
What is self-governed legislation?
Legislation governed by self.
What is patriarchy?
Patriarchy is a system women can monopolize to make the world better.
What's religion to you?
What we do habitually, dictated by men.
Define narcissism.
The raw and unfettered I am. Money is shaved trees acting like gold.
What is ethical capitalism?
Dog feed dog.
What's the difference between believe versus know?
The difference between believe and know is the equational difference of being sure or unsure.
What inspired this idea?
It happened in a dream.
How can popology help humanity?
Media literacy and self-expression education worldwide. 30 nations, no waiting.
How long do you want to be remembered?
2,000 years at least. So what does the future look like for us? Do I look like a weatherman? Okay, partly party all day. Popology is not about mass appeal. It's about personal appeal.
What tastes good to you, first popologist?
Good taste in participation.
Nah. How can we trust you?
Trust yourself to know me.
Welcome to the age of virtually unlimited access to film, television, and music video content. We enjoy media anywhere, anytime, delivered on web TVs, laptops, to tablets and smartphones. It's almost perfect. Introducing the next evolution of popular culture, Popology. An innovative media utility that consolidates all of your online memberships and subscriptions into a single powerhouse of infinite creative opportunities. Deploy customized micro-broadcasts to your choice of social networking platforms. Generate a fan base for your curated and self-created media. And earn rewards by selecting the brand commercials relevant to your life from within your personal micro-broadcast. Popology is your outlet to express your study and science of popular culture.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Access on your terms. You design your whole experience. This is Popology, the only place to exchange a micro-broadcast, chat about entertainment and popular culture, or simply watch infinite streaming content with others across the globe. One easy-to-use application to select and enjoy films, television, music, and so much more.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Popology is the portal to experience and utilize unlimited content and share it with your social networks.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Popology is all about customization and your story. Set up your inner pop sphere to organize content your way. Easily integrate other pop spheres within yours for you and your audience.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's only the beginning. Be more than a passive consumer of entertainment. You are a popologist.
You talking to me?
Learn and earn a Popology U production certification from the most creative minds in the entertainment business and pop culture.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Explore becoming an expert on mass appeal. This is the future. See, think, do. And entertainment and science will never be the same. Popology. Go ahead. Welcome to Popology.
If you don't like it, then you don't like it.